So number one, we got to make it personal. Somebody say personal. Number two, we got to prioritize when we're in the wilderness. Say prioritize. Number three, we still got to be passionate about God. Say passionate. Even though I'm going through, but that's not the last part. All of that was verse 1. Verse 2 says, I do all of that because I see the sanctuary of God. Because I want to see your power and your glory. Now picture this for me. It blew me away, Pastor. I was looking at this. I'm in the wilderness. I'm going through some things. And the thing that's on my mind is not how to get out of the wilderness, but I'm thinking about church. I'm thinking about what happens in service when the people of God come together. I'm thinking about what happens when there can be a worship experience. What David did was he put things in perspective. And the question becomes, what was so important about worship service that David was thinking about even though he was in the wilderness at the time? He said, the reason why I'm thinking about the sanctuary is because all I want to see is the power and the glory of God. And it led me to believe that when we come to the house, it ought not to be to see who got what on. It ought not to be to see and hear about the latest stuff that's going on. But when we enter into the house of God, the thing that we ought to look forward to seeing is, where is the power of an almighty God? And if you want to know what the power of God looks like, it looks like this. When somebody who was lost now is found. When marriages can get put back together. When kids can reconnect with their families. When I look back over my life and say, I'm not the same person that I used to be. When I look and see what God has done, all I can say is, Lord, I thank you for giving me another day. Is there anybody here that can say that when I look back over my life, and all the things that I've done, the only thing I can say is that if it had not been for the Lord who was working on me and molding me and shaping me, I'd still be the same person that I was. But I thank God that God has changed my life. And now that he's changed my life, the least I could do is give God a praise. Give your neighbor a high five and say, neighbor, let's go ahead and have church. Come on and give God praise with me, because God is worthy of it all. Think about where God has brought you from. Think about how he's blessed you, and the only thing I can say is, God, you are worthy of it all.